What's up, Dan? How's it going, man? Longs to all-time highs. That'd be one heck of a move, man. I'm doing all right, man. Still fighting off some sort of cold or something, man. Not sleeping great. What's up, Robbie? How's it going? Yeah, man, it's not fun. You logged yesterday at night. I thought you were in here watching the stream, Robbie. Or, Kyle. Appreciate that, Dan. Yeah. I just need to have like a day of sleeping. Been too busy too. It's all good, man. You bounce back. You didn't blow any accounts though, did you? How can I see your previous lives? I'm not really sure. Honestly, don't know. I've never thought about that, to be honest. Somebody told me they were watching them yesterday, but I don't know how to get to them. Bro, learn how to invest. You guys ain't shit. You want to see something cool? Eric, you still there? Don't leave yet. I want to show you something cool. This is a P&L since October 8th. Show me yours. Where I think the market will move? Man, I don't know. I really don't know. This dump was, I spent a lot of time yesterday trying to figure out exactly what caused it to, I mean, that was an aggressive drop. That's the fundeds, Kyle. That's the funded prop firm accounts. That's not even the personal capital. It's yeah, Robbie. It's wild, man. Might have been the Trump tweets. Yeah, it could have been. Almost no good entries on the 1 minute. I'll tell you what I took. I think I screenshotted it. I should have posted it, but um, it was a pretty low time frame. Might have been right here. In fact, it was right there. It was this pullback. There was a gap that we touched into on that pullback. Might have got, it's probably negated at this point, or there's been so many it doesn't go that far back. This pullback here at 115 tapped into a gap, and the book map was just completely lit up. I top ticked the crap out of this thing, dude. I opened a pretty strong position right here and closed it out right here. Top and bottom ticked it. It's pretty wild. That's the power of the book map, though. I don't pretend like that was just me. What's up, Nick? I'm just seeing your message. What you say? Sent you a video. If I may share this, yeah, do what you do, man. Yeah, this week has been pretty nice. Over 80%. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I've had some very nice success this month and last month. Obviously, I don't know how that'll bear over the next 6 months. It could be two outlier months, but I'm just taking it one trade at a time, man. One day at a time, one trade at a time. Yeah, I think that's what I was just. I have the. Wonder if I can post this. I have the execution marks on my. I have a picture of it right here. I just need to post it if I can get it to. I didn't hold it that long, but at the top and bottom ticked it and was in. I was sized pretty heavy into it. What's the bias? I don't know, man. We could tap into this gap and then continue to dump, or we could just come down and then go higher. I don't really know. Just gonna play it by ear. This is the 15 right here. So we could come down, tap into this, hit the VWAP, and go higher. I think more likely though that we come up, rebalance some of that move, that strong move from yesterday, rebalance some of that, and potentially reject out of it. I don't know though. We'll see. Yeah, we got PMI today at 9:45. Yesterday was absurd. What do I trade? NASDAQ and S&P futures. This is NASDAQ. This is S&P. Yep, take that off. I'm honestly out of it right now. I mean, slightly out of it right now because I've been up since like 3:45. I couldn't sleep, feeling like crap, kind of. So I apologize if my energy levels aren't where they normally are. Bro, if I want to start trading, what is the best way? I would start with YouTube, education on YouTube. Um, there's plenty of different strategies, different really good creators on there that put together a bunch of educational videos. That's where I would start, and then I would go to start trading paper accounts. You can get a TradingView paper account. Do that once you've been finding success for a couple months. Go to a prop firm at that point, a cheap prop firm. Which indicator? I don't have anything on right now. I mean, I have the SMA and the VWAP, but I marked these gaps out with the indicator. This is the one I use to mark those out. What do I think is the best on YouTube? I like, for my trading style, which is ICT mixed with order flow. To learn ICT, I highly recommend T-Trades. What's up, Ballas? How's it going, man? Appreciate the follow, Kate. Cat. What are the confluences for Unicorn ICT? Sweep of major liquidity level, a breaker, fair value gap, retest, clear draw on liquidity. How much do you make? Focused on the wrong thing, man, already. Got to learn the process. The money comes. Giant 4 hour. Probably retest that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'll come up and take these highs. Proverbs 3. Is that 3:5 or? What's up, Tyrone? How's it going, man? What's up, Matt? Proverbs 3:5. Need some Jesus to perk me up this morning. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Amen to that. Amen. What's up, Jose? Happy Friday, man. I don't trade like that, Nick. It's not what I look for. I look for an ICT model called the Unicorn, and I heavily rely on Bookmap for order flow. You've been having a hell of a month, Chris. Appreciate that, Tyrone. Yeah. I'm very, very blessed. John 14:6. Oh, yeah. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Amen. You guys are throwing the the bangers out this morning. What's up, Tyler? How's it going, man? Do I know about 369? Damn, damn, she fine. Let me talk it to you one more time. The big boss is live. What up, man? How's it going? Hey, man, how do you mark the previous levels? Do you use a vertical line or ray? I use the ray tool. So I use the ray tool. I have the magnet on what's the setting here? Weak. The magnet on the side is on weak. And then I use the ray tool. I have it lock on to whatever, like if I have the session indicator on, it locks onto the high like that. And then I usually use a vertical tool to have, I want it to be clean and concise, like lined up pretty neatly. So I think in this case I did 1 o'clock. So I put it on, put that vertical on, and then when I drag the ray tool to that level, wherever, you can, before you click to anchor it, you hold the shift button and it automatically anchors it to be completely symmetrical. And then obviously I have the preset templates for all the different sessions. Christian, love that one. Looking for longs in 4 hour. I'm not going to take that, but I think Spencer. I think I would expect that move to happen. What I'd want is to catch the move of the rejection out of that gap. I do think that is a very strong potential for what we see, because we're tapping into a 15 here. If it'll populate, there we go. Tapping into this 15. I think we reject out of the 15, go up to the 4, and reject out of the 4. But I could be completely wrong, man. I mean, with the kind of price action we've been having, I don't think really trying to marry a bias is a good idea, because there's no telling what's going to happen. We do have PMI at 1045. Did you get your Bookmap code working? They tell me it is. The last email my affiliate rep sent to me was telling me that it was working. But there's a link. She says it's easier if you guys use the link itself, the direct link. So I have that in my, I had the link posted in my link tree. So I can't really post it in anywhere else. It's in the link tree. I'm going to post it in the Discord too, so you guys can use it in the Discord. If you join the Discord, it'll be in there. I'll do that right now, actually. It's going to be under the prop firm tab, I think. Let me see. What's the best place to put this? Yeah, prop firms. I'll put it under prop firms. Should find a way to pin this. It's in the prop firm, or it's in the Discord under prop firms. Let's see if I can pin this. I'm not too familiar. Pin message. There we go. Yeah, it's pinned. So if anybody wants to use it, it's in there. The book map code is working. I can confirm. I appreciate that, Matt. Yeah, somebody's saying in the tube that it is working. Did I go to class when the NASDAQ dropped 1,000 points? I ate pretty well on that before class started, man, and didn't really feel the need to get back into the market. I had made plenty of money yesterday. I had reached my limit for my take profit, or for my Apex account, and then I made, I think it was 3740 times 5 on my TPT accounts, which those are daily withdrawals. So that, I mean, I wasn't trying to be greedy. Didn't want to take a chance. How we looking? We're looking good, man. I think we potentially, there's a 15 right here. I don't know if you can see this without being marked out, but there's a 15 right here that I think we might tap into and reject higher into this 4 hour. And then I'd like to see a strong rejection out of that 4 hour. That would be the move I'd be looking for. Potentially, I think we keep going down, man. But could be wrong. We're just gonna play it by ear. I'm not married to that bias. That's just instinctually what I think is gonna happen. When's the Lambo coming? I've told myself, I've said this before to you guys, but my rule that I'm following is when I have enough money to buy at least 2 of them, I'll buy 1 of them. I'm not going to finance it. What's a book map? Book map is what you're seeing on the screen on the left side there. You see what looks like a heat map? That's a book map. It's level 2 data. It shows where resting orders are, and these bubbles, I'll make them bigger for you for a minute. You see these big bubbles? Those are orders coming in. Those are market orders coming in. So it shows you the aggression of the buyers and the sellers. Very, very, very useful tool for trading. Z06 first. That blue one that I showed yesterday, man, that thing is pretty sick. My girlfriend made a good point, though. She said, you know that if you get that, you're just going to still be wanting the Lambo, so just wait. I was like, you're reasonable. I like that. I think that's probably true. It's a unicorn model, typically, Nick. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. So the way that would look in this scenario is we would get a sweep of these highs. We would get a order or a breaker block formation, clear rejection. And that's when we would have these draws on liquidity down here that we'd be targeting. Get both. Not going to get that crazy. Not yet. Daily a Z06, a C8 Z06, that'd be nuts. That's exactly right, Milos. Every car is just 4 wheels, bunch of metal and plastic. I saw this spec. I like this spec. don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of sick. Wishful thinking, daydreaming, you know. More important things to do, to buy, to save for. Do you have an indicator for those fair value gaps? Yeah, I do. This one. Global Plus is what I use. I recommend that, and I think that you need to get Global Plus, and I forgot the exact reason, but it has something to do with the data. The data doesn't come with Global Plus. It doesn't come with any of them. You have to buy data separately from Bookmap. So there's 2 purchases you have to make. But there's a reason why you need Global Plus. But I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember when I was doing my research on when I was first getting into Bookmap about a year ago, there was a reason why. But yeah, Global Plus is what you want. And then you need the CME data for trading like NASDAQ and S&P futures. Samad, what up? What's your FEG on the downside from? That's a daily. It's a daily from a while ago. Over here. What are we thinking? I would imagine we're gonna push out of this 15-minute gap right here and push up into this 4-hour. And then I'm gonna try to. What I would like to take is a short out of that 4-hour gap down to the daily. F12 is, or excuse me, the A12 super fast is definitely nice, dude. I was at Cars and Coffee the other week and I saw a couple of those. They're just so mean, dude. They sound so good. Generational short coming. Dude, I think market seems like it's teetering on that. What car do you drive? 1994 Ford Pinto two-tone. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the likes last night. I saw you going through my videos. I appreciate that. If you get a chance for a market open, can you show me what you're looking at on Bookmap as far as things that you're watching for price to do at a certain point? So you see these, it's really not a whole lot of action on here pre-market right now, Tyler. But what obviously interesting levels, what I would anticipate price doing right here kind of lines up with what I was thinking, what I was just saying. So this 65.80 level lines up with pushing back slightly into this gap or near it, near the 15-minute gap. So I think we could take out that 65.80 level that you see stacked up right there. Get my cursor on here for you. See this 65.80? I don't know if my mouse is on there or not, but this 65.80 level I think would get plucked, and then price would kind of reverse out of that level and head up to the 66 level and then to the 66.10 level. So after that, I mean, you have some liquidity resting above all the way up to 66.55. That would coincide almost exactly with the New York PM high that you see on the chart. So that's the level at which I would be looking for the short. So I want it to kind of show its hand, play itself out, let it do its thing. I don't want to try to guess. I want to know exactly what the market's thinking before I get involved. I don't need to try to catch some big move. That's kind of the way that I think about things. Like yesterday, I caught 6.5 points on ES or something, but I was sized appropriately to the point where I made a really good amount of money. So might have caught more than that. Might have caught more points than that, but I think I can see that right here. Points. I mean, this says I caught 200 and something total, but that's across 25 accounts. Or no, 15 accounts. So what's 15 divided by 2? Excuse me, 238. 238 divided by 15. Caught 15 points total yesterday on each account. So that's all I need on ES, man. You catch 15, 20 points and you're sized in for one or two minis. You know, that's $1,500 right there. What time frame is this? This is the 15 right here. Okay, last question on Bookmap. Do you feel Bookmap is absolutely worth the purchase? I don't know how I don't understand what I was thinking trading without it, Tyler. And I'm not exaggerating. I was talking to my brother about it last night because he's learning it too. If I could take if somebody said, okay, you need to take everything away except for one thing from the charts to be able to trade, Bookmap would be the thing that I kept. And I think I could trade effectively without any of this stuff on the charts and just using Bookmap. I wouldn't be quite as effective, but I could definitely, I think that's the most useful tool in the trading tool belt. What accounts do you use? Take Profit Trader and Apex. Do you think PMI will have a big impact today? Potentially. What does Bookmap do? Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys in TikTok can't see it. It's showing on my YouTube, but this is Bookmap. So this shows you level 2 data where all the orders are stacked up and where market orders are taking place. These bubbles right here, I'll make them bigger so you can see them. These bubbles are showing you the market orders that are coming in and how aggressive the buyers and sellers are. So that's Bookmap, very useful. Who taught you Bookmap? I watched some videos on YouTube, but a lot of it comes from you just doing it yourself, man. It comes from a lot of time of sitting here and watching Bookmap and watching the charts at the same time. Not trading, not getting involved, but just watching the charts simultaneously to see, okay, when this happens on Bookmap, this is what it looks like on the chart. And when this is happening, this is getting ready to happen. Those sorts of analysis. What's up, Jeff? How's it going, man? What's up, Isaiah? How's it going, man? How long did it take you to get used to using Bookmap? About 4 months, 5 months, but I will be honest, I'm still getting used to it. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with it, but I'm still getting used to it. I think there's a lot of, data, markets come in cycles, man. They perform in cycles. So like, just because you learn it one quarter, it could be completely different another quarter, I would think, because I've only truly been utilizing it for like 4 months. I've had it for about a year. I've been relying on it, using it in my trading for about 4 months. Does TPT allow trading during PMI? No. 1 minute before, during, or after news events, you cannot be in a trade. You heard they removed activation fees from TopStep. I heard somebody talking about that. I hadn't checked on it. Where can I get Bookmap? Bookmap.com. Or you can go to my Discord, click on the affiliate link that I have in there, and it should automatically apply a 20% off code for you if you sign up. Or I can just share it probably here in the chat. Bookmap has completely changed my trading. It's invaluable. Yeah, Jeff, absolutely, man. Wait, Christian, why are your bubbles mixed green and red? Mine are solid. So I don't think it'll let me show you setting changes. But what you do is you right-click on heat map, I think. Let me make sure. Hang on. No, that's not it. Double-click on the bubble, I think, or right-click on the bubble and hit right-click on the bubble and hit volume dots setting and turn it on where it says volume display options. Turn on total volume. Yeah, appreciate that, Jeff. Yeah, I saw your message. You said it to him too. Appreciate that. Is it a monthly service fee or one-time fee? You can buy a lifetime or you can pay monthly. I think the discount only applies to the monthly. How you doing today, bro? Class? Professor said class was tentative because it's storming pretty bad here and he didn't want to make people walk in the rain. So I think I have class because it looks like it's stopping, but we'll see. You can't see it like this, New Gen. This is level 2 data. You can't see it like you can on Bookmap. What's up, Muhammad? I was too greedy today and could have got 20 bucks profit, but said I got negative 45. That's no big deal. But I mean, any loss is, you analyze what it was that you did wrong. If it was the greed, then take note of that. Recoverable though, very recoverable. The heat map has it pulling back slightly. I think that's what that's kind of what I was anticipating. Pull back into this 15. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds to market open, but pull back into this 15 here and then reject out of it, maybe up to the 4-hour gap and then reject hard to the downside. That's what I would like to see. Remember, we do have PMI at 9:45, so I would probably wait for that to kind of pan out before getting involved in a trade. Just be patient. Be very patient. No rush. What's your YouTube name? Christian Trades Live, all one word. You can do youtube.com/@ChristianTradesLive. It's been your best trade so far? What do you mean? Like how much in one trade? Snow in Quebec. I don't know if I'm ready for snow. If it's going to be cold, I'd rather it snow than just be cold, What's PMI? Purchasing Managers Index. It's economic news. It's a scheduled routine economic news that happens. It's a red folder news event, though, so it typically causes some volatility in the market. 9:45 Eastern, yep. Yo, bro, appreciate you recommending PJ's Discord. Really helped me a lot. There you go, man. Glad to hear that, Brooks. It's always summer if you make enough money. I enjoyed the change of seasons, though, man. That's why I wouldn't want to live in Florida full time. This is a yes. Blew my first funded yesterday. Let my emotions win. Time to reset. There you go. Patience, man. Patience. Just patience. It's really, you hear people say that. I cannot emphasize that enough. Just find a way to develop a detachment from any sort of anxiety where you feel the need to be in a trade. Just be like a lion prowling in the grass, waiting to just pounce. It might seem cringy or cliche, but I'm serious. That's how it is, man. Just wait for the best time to strike, get in, get out, and move on. Happy birthday. Not my birthday. Thank you, though. Couple months off. Great start to the day. Small trade down to past 1 TPT eval. Also my B-Day. My bad. Happy birthday, Jeff. Sorry. I thought you were saying happy birthday to me. I was reading the chat from the bottom up. Yeah, happy birthday, man. So here's that. We got a market open here. Here's that pull down slightly into this gap. Touched into it just barely there. We still have some liquidity down to 65.70. So this would be the level we could potentially push to, or we could just keep going up here. We got price coming up. We got orders coming in higher. Look like it's magnetizing it up, but we'll see. Hey, it's my birthday too. One more green day and I get a payout. That would be awesome birthday present. Happy birthday, Amy. The symbol, this is ES. Yank those orders down at 70. Orders at 65.85 now and then higher. Absolutely. My fund futures are great. To be completely honest, I just opened 2 of them because I'm at full allocation now on it's not my birthday, Miko, but I appreciate that. Birthday's in February. But I just opened 2 my funded futures accounts because I'm at full allocation on Apex and on TPT. So I'm just added a couple more just to stack in there. Have them in the background in the copy trader. When does PMI end? It's a news event, so it happens. They release the news. It usually, if you go to forexfactory.com, Mike, and then filter the news just for US, you hit the filter button, you hit USD, and then just red folder news. It'll look like this. This is what you should do before every trading session. So it'll look like that. That's what you want to see. And that'll tell you what you want to know about trading for the day. I'll give you all the news scheduled. What happens when you're full? You mean like full allocation? Do you have to reset? No, that just means you have as many counts as they'll allow you to have, as many fundeds as they'll allow you to have. So you're, and if you have a set payout, you're only allowed to take a certain number of payouts over a certain period of time. You're limited on your income there. So you want to obviously not be limited on your income. So if you diversify and go across more firms, also if one firm happens to crash or something bad happens, you're not, at as much risk. How many payouts a month for Apex? You can only take a payout every 8 days. So, there's 21 trading days in a month. So basically 2, if you're looking at it, actual market days. You can copy trade evals and fundeds together, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, every week a payout, every day a payout, Nick. Every day a payout. That's what I like about the TPT accounts. Absolutely, Adam, I will. Yeah. Apex is a prop firm. It's a prop firm that allows you to trade with simulated capital, but the payouts are real. If you do well enough and you take enough payouts, they move you to a live funded account, which is real capital. You're actually in the market. But kind of irrelevant whether it's real capital or fake capital because the payouts are just the same as if it was real. I use TradeSync. Use TradeSync. BTC is at 83K. Good time to buy. Is it you think it's at the bottom, Robbie? How easily can I copy trade Top Step accounts? Not very easily, I don't think, because they don't have Tradeovate. They don't allow you to have a Tradeovate account with Top Step anymore. So I think you can copy trade on their platform across their accounts. But if you're using TradeSync, I don't know that you can sign into Top Step with TradeSync. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think that you can. What's up, Tristan? How's it going, man? which account or which site do you use to post your daily winnings? It's a platform called TradeZella, which allows you to link all your accounts together, and it'll show a cumulative P&L for all of those. It'll give you all kinds of crazy statistics too. It's pretty cool. This is the 15-minute. 15-minute. It's not a trade copier. It's just a tracker for metrics to see how you're performing trading wise, Mike. It's not a trade sinker. Any tips for take profit traders? Drawdown rule? Yeah, you got to take profit without letting trades roll back on you, man. That's what you got to do. It sucks because sometimes you're going to cut your profits short, but it's better than cutting into your drawdown. Verse of the day posted by Tristan. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us, to him be glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all generations, forever and ever. Amen. Ephesians 3:20 through 21. Can you trade PMI on TPT funded? I think you can evals. I know you cannot trade their funded accounts. 1 minute before, during, or after red folder news events. Yeah, no problem. I like it though. That's a good one, Tristan. Long but good. What's up, Paul? How's it going, man? I'm doing great. What do you think I think, baller? I love everybody. Doesn't mean I agree with everybody's behavior. Would you like shorts off this 1 or 4 hour? I'd like it off the 4 hour. I'd like us to take these highs, and then that's when I'd look for a short, or I'd like to see how it behaves. I'm not just going to take a blind short just because it reaches that level. I want to keep a close eye on the book map. If the book map stacks up in the right, in the right way, clearly showing downside momentum, then I would open a short then. Are you Catholic? No, I'm not. Good to see you too, man. Glad to have you here. YouTube is 0 delay today. Yeah, I got that fixed. I had to turn on the ultra low latency mode or something. I don't care if I do or not, Kyle. I stand for what I believe in. Unashamed, unabashed, unafraid. Book map is looking pretty thin. I think everybody's just kind of waiting for PMI at 10:45. We've got 5 minutes until that happens. 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 40 seconds. How'd you capitalize yesterday? Waited for a retracement and took a short. Right around here. He's in here. Ballas, he's in here. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I found you in sub less than a week ago, and you've made me a considerable better trader. I appreciate that a lot, dude. I love hearing that. I tell you, the two best things that people tell me are the number one, without a doubt, far and away, is you help me get closer to Christ. I've gotten several of those from you guys, and that means a lot, more than anything. The other thing is people telling me that I've helped them become a better trader, because was my whole goal when I got on here, was to help people be a better trader. I wasn't trying to make money. off of anyone. I just wanted to show people how to be a better trader. How do you feel about Mexicans? There's the question of the day, every day, without fail. What's up, Ryan? Ryan, I'm calling you. I'm calling you right after I get done, okay? My bad. Sincerely. Trading itself helped me get closer to Christ. What time did I catch my short? It was around 1:15. Yeah, there it is right here. Around there. I have a screenshot of it. I showed the chat just a minute ago. I need to post. I should post it. But it wasn't that, I mean, it wasn't that crazy. It was a clear pullback on the book map. Price happened here, and then there was still a ton of liquidity lower. And I opened a pretty aggressive short, had a tight stop, and I don't think I was ever in drawdown. It just went straight to my TP. That was the second trade of the day, though. I took a trade with you guys. We were up 12K, and then took that second short, and it just, blew the lid off the day. You're very inspired, man, with your love of Christ and knowledge of the back. Appreciate that, Evan. How old are you? 32. Be 33 in February. No quarter zip for the fourth straight day. The world might end. I saw more people yesterday posting videos about the quarter zip thing, man. It's hilarious. Do you think dinosaurs went extinct because of an asteroid, or are they still alive? These are the questions that I want answers to. Hard-hitting, important questions. Where can I learn bookmap? DJ. There's some good videos on YouTube, but mostly you just have to watch it. What I've done for a while is just watch the bookmap and watch the charts at the same time without worrying about trying to take a trade, and just learning how price moves in accordance with the bookmap, what it looks like on the bookmap when price is doing certain things. So, you use bookmap? Yeah, I do. Trapaholic. It's on the YouTube. If you want to see it, you can go to my YouTube, and it's being. I can't really fit everything on this TikTok chart or this TikTok layout, but it's live on the YouTube, Christian or youtube.com/@ChristianTradesLive. Time frames is 15 minute. Bookmap all in's about $100 a month. How old are you? What did you do before trading? I'm 32, and I've done a couple of different things. Worked on cars for a number of years. I worked in mergers and acquisitions for a while, and now I'm in school full time and I trade full time. Less than a minute here till PMI. We'll see what it does. Bookmap or the order book is cleared out a little bit here. So I think we'll dig into this 15 and then reject higher, but it could do anything. So don't sit here and try to time this. Be a responsible trader. Pretend that you're going to have to answer to your boss about why you took this trade if you get into this. Yeah, I do. Is it Mathis? Yeah, I do. What I want to see is we're already doing what I wanted to see. I want to see a dig into this 15, a rejection out of it up to this gap, and then a rejection out of this gap for lower to take out the sell side. Here we go. Whole lot of nothing right there. Flash services PMI came in better than forecast. Manufacturing slightly worse, but not a big deal, like a tenth of a point. So this didn't really have much of an effect. We'll see how this plays out. What are you studying currently? Economics. Did you get payouts before Bookmap? Yeah, but it's tremendously increased my profitability. Is that a 1 hour IFEG that you have marked? No, this is a 15. It's a 15, sorry. Is that a 15 or a 5? It's 15. Global Plus, Trapaholic, Global Plus, and then you got to pay for data also. So you'll get a 20% discount for the Global Plus subscription that doesn't apply to the data. So the data, I think they might even have a deal running right now. I can't remember, but if they don't, I think it's only like $30 a month. So my code will get you, I think Global Plus will be $80, and then you'll pay $30 or something for the data. So it's like close to $100 all in, $110, something like that. What's PMI? It's a scheduled economic news event. Got my first 5K payout last week. There you go. That's big, dude. How long had you been trading before you got your first payout? With prop firms, I think it was like 5 months, around there. But I had been trading before that with personal capital, like a Nimrod. Tony, this is S&P futures and NASDAQ futures. Those are the two instruments that I trade. Only one small payout 3 months ago. Stay patient and focus on the process more than you are about the money. I think sometimes we put the money on a pedestal, and it causes us to create psychological hurdles that are unnecessary, whether it's conscious or subconscious. Remove the money from your mind. Just focus on taking good trades and staying patient. Don't try to predict price. Let price come to you. I think it's stupid to go, for me, it was stupid to go live capital before trading prop firms, because you were going to lose. You're not a, I mean, there's people out there that think they're an anomaly when it comes to everything. And just the truth of the matter, there's very few anomalies out there. That's why it's an anomaly. You're not going to jump into trading and just automatically start being successful. You're going to have to get your teeth kicked in a little bit first. And if you're going to get your teeth kicked in, don't do it with your own money. Do it with a prop firm. I have, yeah. I've had a 10K month, yeah. What's up, Ray? And how's it going, man? How much should I make in my step account before getting a payout? I would take, if you haven't gotten a payout before, I'd take it as soon as you can. Take a payout as soon as you can. How long have you been doing, Adrian, how long have you been trading options? You said, I see you said your first month you did well, but how long total have you been trading options? Yeah, I think you're on the right track there, Troy. Trading papers is definitely the best way to go. Third month. How'd you do the other 2 months? Good comment that I took away from PJ. Everyone wants to see the top of the mountain, but not everyone is willing to put in the work to do the climb. That's very true. They just want to be there. I mean, anyone who knows me personally has seen what I've put into this. It's not easy, man. And I see so many other people that I know personally putting so much into it, and it's like I'm just hoping so badly that they stick with it because I know the struggle, I know the feeling, and it's like, dude, am I even meant to do this? Like, should I try something else? Should I just give this up? But you'll get to a point if you stick with it long enough where you'll get control of your emotions and you'll get control of your discipline and be able to start at least making a decent amount of money every month. You might not be sitting there making tens of thousands, but you'll make enough to where it'll make it worth it. How much did you make the second month? Adrian, I just think that, I mean, I have buddies that trade options and I think that you really, if you can trade with someone else's capital and minimize your risk, I think why not do that? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's really risky to be so new to trading and be putting your own money on the line. That's just my opinion. It's trading your full-time job. It's my full-time income. You've helped me so much with my discipline. I love hearing that, Jay. And then right above that, Smiley says, just blew my fourth account. What were you doing? What trade did you take, Smiley? Momentum's to the upside here on the book map, but just again, be patient. We're not really, nothing is concrete at this moment. There are plenty of orders to the upside here, but I'm again, wait for the setup. Wait for the right time to pounce. Ones that I wasn't supposed to. Oh, I hate that for you, man. I was trying to tell everybody, be disciplined, stay patient. I was one day away from a payout and blew my funded. Dang it, man. Well, learn from what mistake you made. Journal it. Write down what you were feeling while you took the trade, what you did wrong, what you were seeing, what you thought you saw, what actually happened. Learn from it and move on. Can we see the book map for NASDAQ? Yeah. Pretty thin. ES is clear. That's ES. NQ. Yeah, I've worked several jobs, Mathis. Yeah, I've worked several jobs. Left the limit order open to the London low and price did nothing. You'll bounce back, Smiley. Don't dwell on it. Dwell on it to the point where you can learn from it, but then let it go. It's sickening. It's nauseating. I've been there. I've been there, dude. Yeah, it just picked up most of that liquidity. There's still some resting above, but it just picked up a lot of it, up to 6,600. Why do you think journaling is so important? It helps you to learn emotional control because you start to notice things. It helped me tremendously learning about physical cues that my body had when I was about to make bad decisions. And then now when I feel those same things, I know I'm getting ready to do something stupid. Don't do it. That's one of the biggest reasons why. Also, you know, from an analysis standpoint, it helps you learn what doesn't work and what does work. I think you should journal all your trades, wins and losses. How much do you make a month, and how much are you going to spend on Mexicans? No face. You're wild, dude. What does that even mean? Yeah, DDSS. Yeah. Bookmap is pretty thin, Tristan. Here's the. I don't know why my NQ will look like this sometimes. I hate it when it does that. I want it to look like my. It's pretty thin. It's pretty thin. Took up those orders right there. Edged 6,600 and moved back down. Have you had a 30K payout month in? Have you had a 30K month in payouts? Yeah, this month. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Mexican questions, dude. Do I have a vest in every color? No, I have gray and then like an off gray. I need to get more. All right, Nick, have a good one, man. Appreciate you being here. Enjoy your weekend, bro. Have you ever traded on gold? Yeah, I have. I've taken 5 trades on gold and 3 for 5 on gold in my life. Are you religious? Yes, Johnny, I am. I'm a follower of Christ. Would you invest in Bitcoin at this state? I definitely would. Definitely would. It's not financial advice, but you're asking me what would I do personally? I definitely would. We love Christ. Amen. Should have busted out the Patagonia vest that matches your chair. Yeah, it like blends in. When I try to do like a green screen for my TikTok videos, it like throws it off. That's why sometimes I post without a shirt on. I'm not just trying to like flex. I'm literally, the green screen looks weird if I have on other stuff. I guess I could put a different color shirt on. Maybe I am trying to flex a little bit. It is what it is. Do you think I can afford a 911 GT3 RS doing this? Yeah, if you do it right. But I wouldn't let that be your focus. When would you say someone should buy more than one funded? After they've taken a payout. I think you take a payout and take a percentage of it and put it towards buying at least one more account. Keep scaling like that. Every payout you should buy more. Don't blow it all on buying evals or more accounts, but do a calculated assessment of how much you can afford. Kyle, absolutely, yeah. There's no limit. There's no limit. There's no ceiling. No ceiling. Are there any advantages? I'd say there's a lot. For me personally, a lot of disadvantages. It's very herky-jerky, man. Very volatile. Drinking my daily Busch Light, watching you, man. I hope you enjoy it, bro. It's a little early. Might want to slow down a bit. Dallas, you absolutely can. You could actually splurge and get the Busch Ice, not the Busch Light. All right, Jeff. Appreciate you, man. Have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your help and everything. Happy birthday. Yeah, I hope he's not. You got any trade ideas for today? I'd like to see us reject out of this 15 and come up into this 4 hour and then dump. Yeah, perp. That's what I would like to see. That's what I've been eyeballing. I mean, it could just dump from here, but what would be really cool is if we touched into this 4 hour, swept these highs right here, and then dumped back out of it. Appreciate that, Adrian. Appreciate the follow, man. I wouldn't be concerned with an S&T right now, Abdul. I would wait for a sweep of a level. Now, if we got a sweep of a key level combined with an S&T and other couple other confluences in conjunction with that, that's when the S&T would really have some value to me. But just while we're just sitting here, I mean, this is the 15-minute chart. This is the 1 minute. Look at this range. We've just been consolidating. This is nothing you want to be involved in right here. I'm really hoping none of you guys are trying to get in on this. If you're trading this, you need to go check yourself into a Traders Anonymous meeting, because this is not ideal. Yeah, in trade looking around 1050, not a bad idea. I mean, it is Friday. You got all weekend to reset, and instead of taking a loss on a stupid trade on a Friday, never good to end a week on a red note. It's never fun. How come it's so weird today? Probably because we dumped so hard yesterday. There's probably some confusion. Kyle, I would only be looking for this short out of the 4 hour. I would not try to long out of this 15. I want it to really show its hand to us before we get involved, man. I want the market to tip its hand, because you could try to get in on this short and it could easily just dump. If we just start dumping, then I'll be more interested. But even then, I would be hesitant to take a short, because we'd be shorting down into this daily fair value gap. So at that point, I'd just wait and see how we reacted in the daily gap. If we just blew through it, then I would get really interested in just looking for a pullback and then a short. But none of that, it's possible none of that happens, man. It's possible none of that happens, and we just consolidate. We just stay in this tight little range right here. And in that case, I'm not taking a trade. Just want to thank you for your patience. It's been helping me a lot. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad it's helping. AMD, I wouldn't be looking for that with these gaps above us and below us here, man. I don't know. Me personally, I like your thinking. You are thinking. I don't think it's a bad line of thought. But for me personally, I would not want that. I see your accumulation here, maybe a distribution to the downside, and then a manipulation to the downside and a distribution up, or vice versa. The AMD that I'd be looking for, if we were looking for AMD, would be this accumulation, this manipulation to the upside, and then the distribution to the downside. But we'll see. We'll see. Just sitting on my hands. Did you blow a lot of accounts in your come up? Yeah, I did. I think most people do, man. If you don't, you just have a very strong predisposition to discipline, which I do not. JP Morgan's in some trouble, man. K1. I'll be right back. Use the restroom real quick. JP Morgan, I think, might be in some hot water. What trade copier do you use? I use TradeSyncer. Is it the silicone cover on the beer again? Yeah, you got me, man. You got me. How tall are you? 6'5". Looks like people are trying to long their way to the 4 hour on the book map. I would not recommend it. Did the orders at 65.65 show resting long orders? 65.65. There's no orders at 65.65 really. There's hardly any. There's some orders. There's a lot of orders above us here up to 66.10, and those are sell orders at 66.10. So you would think that those are longs that have their take profit levels set there. We did just have 551 buy orders down at 66.65, but they got yanked. Why wouldn't I recommend it? It's not a high probability move. It's not high probability, Matthew. I would recommend waiting for a more, because we're consolidating right here. So what I'd want to see is us break out of the range and for the market to show us its hand on what it's actually trying to do, and then catch a ride on the moving train rather than try to predict the train movement. End up getting caught right in front of it. Top steps down? I didn't see that. Price action's not the best right now. It's not a bad idea, Samir. Just to call it a week, man. Call it a day, call it a week. Go do something fun. Hop on Arc Raiders or Battlefield 6 or go to the gym. Go work on another business. Go learn another skill. Go do something more productive than watching. This is like watching paint dry. $6.5. May God keep blessing you. Appreciate that. Is there a tan can of Busch Light? I don't know, man. I haven't looked at alcohol in so long. I'm sober. Coming up on 4 years sober. I have an indicator, Stand on Nation business. I have an indicator, but I draw them out based on the indicator. So I turn the indicator on and then I draw them out so that I don't have to keep the indicator on because it leaves so many gaps on the screen. I like a very clean chart, as clean as I can get it. So I just keep the most important ones drawn. I use the rectangle tool to draw them out. BF6 shit on COD for the first. Yeah, BF6 is good. What games you play? Battlefield 6. I mean, I haven't had time to really play video games recently, but I have Arc Raiders and BF6. Why'd you go sober? Because I'm an alcoholic and I was killing myself drinking. Literally. I was making very stupid decisions and throwing my life away. Getting a feeling it's me a chop day till afternoon. Yeah, baller. Very well. I mean, look at these candles on the, look at these wicks on the 15. I have no interest in any of that. Nah, Goldfinger, I still am. I'm just in recovery. that demon is, I think, yeah, we don't have to get into all that. I have my own thoughts about all that. I think, you know, you can't unpickle a cucumber. Is Is it stupid to go long right now? We tapped into equilibrium. I would not take a trade right now in either direction. All right, top man, we'll give you a shot when the setup comes. I agree with that, Goldfinger. I agree with that. That's the whole reason I'm sober. We have to get an HR department in here. On TPT, do you up your risk and trail ASAP? That is a good strategy, Cooper. Yeah, yeah. Instead of like taking a smaller trade and hoping for this big home run, you can up your sizing and keep a tight stop and take profit sooner. I think that's a really good strategy for navigating the trailing drawdown. Yeah. I have some mods, but they're not in here right now. I don't think. I think I made Tristan one, and I think yeah, Tristan's one, and then Zach, but he's not in here. Up 500, looking for shorts here soon. Do I know any Spanish? No, I don't. What is Bookmap saying? It's very, it's just as sloppy as this price action, Haley. It is not really showing us its hand yet. We just had a bunch of orders above us. Now we got a bunch of orders below us. It's kind of waffling back and forth. I would not, again, if you're sitting there, if anyone is sitting there itching to take a trade, of course, Kyle, without a doubt. If you're itching to take a trade, please don't. Just sit on your hands. Sit on your hands. Please be patient. Missing a trade is better than taking a bad trade and ended up kicking yourself that you did something stupid. You were planning to go to Twitch? I don't think they allowed trading. Do they allow trading? I haven't seen anybody trading on Twitch. Thoughts on the possibility of a market crash? I think it's teetering, man. I don't think it'll crash, but I think we could get a pretty strong correction. But, you know, who am I? What do I know? Adam, you're wild. If I get banned, it's gonna be because of you and that other guy that comes in here talking about the tunnels. I have Kick. I just I haven't been streaming on there. Can I be profitable if I join PJ's Discord? I don't think that joining PJ's great. I love PJ. He's helped me out a lot over the years, over the year. But I don't think that you can have all the information in the world about trading. No one's going to make you profitable other than you getting a handle on your psychology. I truly, you'll hear me say this if you stay here long enough. You'll hear me repeat it like a broken record. Your success in trading, your ability to make money in trading, almost primarily depends on your ability to control your impulses and control your emotions. Seriously, I mean, you once you get a handle on that, it'll be a night and day difference of the results you'll see. You guys are bad. Exactly. No point in taking a trade right now. Oh, you said you blew it? What'd you say? Man, I just blew all my funded top step account because of this volatility. I'll read you I won't say who this was to, but I'll read you something that I sent to somebody. On that note, I don't see your name because it doesn't have one. It's just an emoji. I want to read you a message. ZZZ Brez. Read you a message I sent to a guy who I was messaging with yesterday. He sent me some success that he was having. He's having really good success, made a lot of progress. And he did have a hiccup. And he told me exactly what the hiccup was and how he's correcting it. And I said back to him, you're identifying the errors and making corrections. That's huge. Most people fail to take accountability and they blame the markets. The market didn't cause you to blow those accounts. Your impatience and inability to sit on your hands did. I'm not ragging on you or talking crap to you, man. I want you to succeed just as bad as I want to see everybody succeed. I just want to point that out. How is it my fault when the market is this volatile? I don't control the markets. Do you control when you're in a trade? Seriously, don't give the ZZ Brez a hard time here. I honestly want you to think about this and correct it because I think that if people can get a handle on this concept, that exactly this concept that we're talking about right now, that it is a turning point in their trading. The markets didn't do anything to you. No, you clicked the button. You were impatient. You decided to take a trade that was not high probability. There's nothing here. I don't care what strategy you're trading. I don't care if you're trading order flow. I don't care if you're trading momentum. I don't care if you're trading supply and demand. If you're trading ICT, ICC, anything, any strategy. I'm familiar with the concepts basically of all of those. There's nothing here that justifies being in any of these trades. Seriously. You can do this, man. You just got to have patience. You forced it. You saw that payout. You saw that payout. It's like it was a cliff and the payout was hanging right on the edge of the cliff and you dove for it and got yanked right away from you because you dove for it and you couldn't just wait for it to come to you. The good news is, man, you were that close to a payout. You know that you have a formula that works if you stay patient and actually take quality trades. You just got a little impatient. And now you know. And you paid the price for it. The market made you pay. You made yourself pay, whatever you want to look at it. But you know what you did wrong. Don't do it again. You shouldn't have to hit yourself in the hammer but so many times to understand that it's not going to feel good. Buffett says we're going for all-time lows. I mean, he's been liquid. He's been cash flush, sitting on as much cash as he ever has for the past couple months now. So I'm not surprised he has that opinion. He's waiting for it to crash so he can buy it all up. To be honest, bro, when I entered, I didn't expect the 1 minute candle to be 70 points. I'm sure you didn't. You wouldn't have entered if you had expected that. Yeah, this is not tradable price action here. This is truly like I'm fiending to blow my account price action. Lost 500. No, I mean, I don't know what the Top Step, how much it costs for you to reset on Top Step. I know with Take Profit Trader, it's very expensive to reset a funded account. I don't recommend ever doing that. I don't know what it is for Top Step. If it's super cheap, then yeah, go for it. But if you're passing evals pretty easily and the activation fees aren't crazy, I just say get a new eval. I'll turn the heat up, Adam. 500 to reset at 50K. Yeah, don't do that. What are your thoughts on RNM? To take RNM, I'm not familiar. Eval $50 to reset. Yeah, $50, dude. I'm not. You're asking me what I'm looking at here. If you're asking me what my thoughts are on what we're seeing, Evan, on the chart right now, I would not. I'm not seeing anything I'm interested in at this point. We're starting to get a little momentum here to the downside. Want to see if we do start dumping here. I want to see. I'm not going to try to short this. I'm going to wait and see how we are in this daily gap. I would want to short into a daily gap, a bullish daily gap. So I'd want to be seeing if we do dump here. My ideal situation would be we dump into this daily gap and then reject out of it. Or we completely transverse, mitigate, whatever you want to use, this daily gap and keep going lower. And if it's strong momentum, then I might try to get in on that. But longing into a 4 hour or shorting into a daily is not ideal. I want to be shorting out of a 4 hour or longing out of the daily. Which playlist? He has an education playlist or educational playlist. It's called Something Education. That's a great series to watch. If you want to know my specific strategy with T-Trades, the one that he teaches my specific strategy in one of these videos. I sent it to somebody last night. I'll put it here in the chat. But this strategy here is the strategy I trade. Yeah, no class, Ballas. No class. He said take the weekend. Did it post? It didn't send in the chat here. Tell me if that's coming through. I just sent it. Yeah, they don't like sending. Here, I'll put it in the Discord real quick. It'll be under education, educational material. Yeah, definitely not ideal price action. There are orders up there that it's pushing towards. Depends on the trader. Do I recommend trading on a funded account? Do I recommend micros or minis? I think it depends on the trader and your style. For me, I trade minis. I think that when you're first trying to build a buffer on a funded, though, it's not a bad idea to do micros. The rule of thumb that PJ teaches is 1 micro for every 500 of drawdown that you have available on your account. Um, I I actually operate a little differently because, like I was just talking with somebody on YouTube in the chat about, they were asking me, is it smarter to size up because of TPT's trailing drawdown? Is it smarter to size up and look for those smaller trades than it is to just try to trade, with smaller sizing and look for the longer trades? I think that's the better strategy when it comes to an account that has trailing drawdown. So it depends on the trader and it depends on the firm that you're trading with. So intraday trailing drawdown is where, like, let's say you take a trade right here and you go up 500 or whatever, you go up 500 and then it comes back to break even, you close the trade. So technically you didn't lose any money on your profit and loss. That 500 that you were actually up, the unrealized 500 that you were up, and the fact that it came back counts against your drawdown. So it's whatever your top account balance has been, regardless of realized or unrealized. So if you go up, let's say your trailing drawdown or your drawdown is 2,000, you go up 2,000 in a trade and don't close the trade and it comes back to break even, you blow the account. Yeah, you definitely, it's not ideal, but once you navigate it, once you learn how to navigate it, it's not that big of a deal. When you reach your buffer, it goes away. Once you reach your buffer, it goes away. They're pushing you to not sit there and just hope a trade comes back, or like, sit there and open up a small trade hoping for these long, huge moves. They want clear, concise profit levels that you're going to take. That's the argument you can make. Yeah, keep your stops tight. How would you go about it? I do the larger sizing and look for the smaller trades. Yeah, Simi, you're exactly right. Yeah, they're not trying to make it easy for them to have to shell out money to people. If it was easy, they'd run out of money and we'd no longer have prop firms to trade with. So it's, once you learn how to operate, it's not that hard. But you got to think, they're in business too, and if they're not making money, they eventually go out of business. You're going to start having to trade your own personal capital, and how many people truly have, you know, let's just pretend that the drawdown is all that you're going to have to trade with. How many people have $2,500 or $3,000 or $4,000 laying around that they're willing to blow and continuously do that over and over again? Not many people. I think the statistics show that the average American barely has $500 out of their, aside from their monthly budget that they could for an emergency. So it's like, you don't even have $500. Most Americans don't even have an extra $500 laying around for an emergency, let alone an extra $3,000 to day trade with, and they could risk blowing. Yeah, I think once you've been taking consistent payouts for 9 to 12 months, not a bad idea to take a couple payouts and throw it in a personal capital account and trade that. The whole reason I have a personal capital account with AMP, and I was building it for a little while, but it's kind of hard for me to do that because you can't tie it to the trade syncer. So you have to individually trade your prop firm and then take a trade on your personal capital account. It's kind of hard for me to juggle all that, and especially when I'm making as much money as I'm making off of prop firms. I'll trade my personal capital eventually, but I want to make a lot more before I get to that point where I'm making it worthwhile, where I can focus solely on that. I'll still trade. I'll always still trade prop firms as long as they're a thing. But there's 60/40 rule for trading personal capital, meaning that 60% of your capital gains are taxed at a long-term rate and 40% are taxed at a short-term rate. So there's way better tax implications for trading personal capital than there is for prop firm payouts. But it's going to be a little while before I get to the point where I'm trading the tens of thousands of dollars that I'd want to do in a personal capital account. How's the guy doing that was just in longs? I don't know. I don't know why you would trade this. What prop firm do you recommend opening your first account on? I was looking at my funded futures rules and stuff today, man. They have some pretty good stuff going on. Appreciate those gifts, man. Really appreciate that. I've never seen that gift. What was that, Coop? I appreciate that, man. My funded futures has some great deals going on right now. Top Step's always a good firm. I just don't, me personally, I don't like being forced to trade on their platform. Take Profit Traders is good in terms of their payouts. I think all their rules are good except for the trailing drawdown is kind of tough for some people. So there's plenty of good ones. My funded futures is a pretty good one. But why do you use fair value gaps? Because they work. Because they work. I like Apex, but I don't know that I would recommend a first-time trader. I mean, Apex is one of the cheapest right now to activate. Their 50K accounts is one of the cheapest. All in, you're looking at about $80. But the rules for a new trader can be rough to deal with. I think a new trader would have a hard time navigating those. Can you trade sync with my funded futures? Yeah. Yeah, any firm that you can use Tradeovate with, you can use TradeSyncer with. Yusuf, I do mark those out. I mark those out, but you're talking about the highs and the lows. This is the indicator I use to show me where they are, and then I mark them out myself with the ray tool, and then turn the indicator off. So then I mark them out, and then I turn that off. Aiden, you're wild. Yeah, Yusuf, I got you. Yusuf, you Jordanian by chance? Am I hungry? Yeah, you heard that. Sorry. It's a big growl. Egyptian. Okay. It's my first time joining here. Appreciate you being here, man. Guess how much I made today? I hope that you didn't take a trade in this. So I hope you tell me zero. But I hope you also tell me you didn't lose anything. Made 5,000. I don't know what you took a trade on. Bookmap is lit up to the upside here. There are some orders down to 65.50. So down to basically close to the bottom of this gap here. But there's a bunch of orders higher too. So there's no telling what this wants to do. Do you have an LLC to help with taxes? Yeah, I do. I do. I wish I would have continued trading when I was 18. I wonder where I could be now. Yeah, I wasn't trading at 18, I can tell you that. It's impossible to make $67 in this chop. Yeah, it definitely is. But I wouldn't risk it. Why risk it? Why would you chance it? You got some Japanese in the chat? Return movement? Is that what you said? because it's 6-7. Yo, I wonder if they know that I actually do know Japanese or if they're just coming in here. You using Bookmap? Yeah, I am. Yeah. Hyundai. It's not what it says. Ritan Bumu is what it says. Which is, and it's katakana, which means that it's not a native Japanese spelling. So it's Ritan Bumu, which means return movement. No, Josh, I'm not trading this nastiness. Yeah, I'm minoring in Japanese. Rigatoni. Do I recommend Top Step for beginners? Sure, it's a great firm. I would like to see us tap into this daily and reject higher if we're going to take a trade, but Dow's more clean. I think if you have 5 full funded accounts on Top Step, I'd move to Take Profit Trader. I think you got to have Take Profit Trader in your repertoire, man. With the daily payoff, it's hard not to justify having them in there. Hard to justify not having them in there. Why do people trade NQ and ES? I just like the way these two move. Anything standing out on the book map? Pretty large order up at between 65.85 and 65.90. Not a whole lot below us here. There is liquidity, shallow level liquidity stacked up down to about 65.10. But nothing clear and concise. ICT, I can't trade. Show me your P&L, I'll show you mine. Do you think it's a bad trade if I short? I don't think there's a good trade to take here, man. I'll just be patient. These haters, yeah, they don't know, man. They hop on a train and they themselves aren't profitable, so it's pretty funny. ICT and order flow is a killer combo. That's what I'm saying, man. You add order flow into the mix there, it's pretty much unmatched. You use ICT principles to kind of read, market structure, and then you trade according to the book map, the order flow and the momentum you see. I don't see ever deviating. No, not trading this crap. Haven't traded this crap at all. Not going to until we see something very clear. It's a Bloomberg terminal at my school. What does that mean? What you're asking? What the Bloomberg terminal means, or what does ICT mean? I don't use the NASDAQ as a confluence. No. Of course, man. Have a great weekend. Yeah, Bloomberg's are pretty nice. Those are what all the traders use on the floor, I think. 29K a year, yeah, to use to rent, to have access to it, yeah. I'm gonna stay on till 11, Adam. I trade the PM session too, but I don't live stream it. I usually have stuff going on in the afternoon, so I can't. No, I don't trade NASDAQ. ES and NQ, mostly ES these days. Bro, you need to live stream PM. Christian, can you post your bookmap link on YouTube, please? Yeah, I got you, man. One second. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I mean the PM trades have been playing out pretty well. AM has been trash. It's like Tristan was saying, dude. He was even talking about switching to Asia because of how bad AM's been. Just reminded me I need to turn this on. Go. Oh, you said, did you ever trade NAS? I thought you said Dow. NASDAQ took lows. I thought you were talking about the Dow, man. I completely misread that. No, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Yeah, NAS and NASDAQ are the same thing. I apologize. I thought you were calling out the Dow. Somebody said something about the Dow price earlier. Yeah, NQ took the lows. Didn't take it on my chart. Took this swing low, didn't take the London low. Took that swing low, but not this one. I think we're gonna start heading bearish. We could. Got this daily gap down here. Let's see what else we got on the NAS. 2 hour, 4 hour. We got a daily way down there. We got these daily inversions and then the big daily delivering out of this weekly gap right here. Who knows what we want to do, man? Who knows? I know that I'm not interested in any of this at this point. Failed to invert the 15 here. Have not taken any trades, no. Not interested in this, man. This is not high probability price action. What do you think the worst thing about TPT is compared to Top Step? The trailing drawdown. But once you get used to that and you get over the buffer, it goes away. You get used to it for one, but also once you reach the buffer, it goes away. But dude, the daily payouts, man. Like so on a funded, I have 100K accounts. So once you hit a total account balance of 103,000, everything above that is withdrawable on a daily basis. Yesterday I made $3,740 times 5 on the daily withdrawable. And when you see that hit your account one time, even $1,000 times 5 or 500 times 5, whatever, you see that hit your account on a daily basis, it makes the trailing drawdown worth it. Nah, my TPTs are 100K. My Apex are all 50Ks. Yeah, this price action is not ideal. I'll give it 15 more minutes, then I'm calling it. What's up, Bryson? How's it going, man? Should I quit for today? I would highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a good Brian. It's a good thing to do, man. Take the day off. Don't take a trade. Trust me, get in the habit of doing that. Get in the habit of not having to take a trade, and if you're not seeing something you like, just call it a day. You know, this is a long-term thing here, man. You got to start thinking in the year, 2-year, 5-year, 10-year time frame mindset, where it's like one day is not gonna it's not gonna hurt to not take a trade. It's actually gonna help over that long period of time. That's the book map. What is the SMT telling you? What would you do with that information? Just in a serious note, not a sarcastic asshole note. What is it? What would the SMT do for you in this scenario when you still have London low on both unmitigated down here? So would you take a long out of this? London low was not. No, it wasn't. London low is not on NQ or yes. There's London low down there. London low is sitting at 23,904.50. Price has not visited that yet. Asia low? Dude, Asia low's over here. London took Asia. Come on. London low has not been. I'm showing it to you right here. Literally, it's on the chart. No, it does. No, it does not end at 5 a.m. Have a good one, Brian. Take care, man. Maya, have a good one. Yeah, you're good, Big R. Here's the time frames. These are Eastern time, United States time. So this is what, if you can screenshot that and translate it to whatever time frame you're in, those are the sessions. You're using ICT principles, which don't, hey man, trade whatever you want to trade. Nothing works all the time. I'm also trading order flow, which is very, very, very beneficial. You're in Charlotte? Okay. I'm in Chapel Hill, so I'm right up the road from you. Asia Gold is propaganda. That's funny. You heard to get down over here? I don't party, man. I'm too old for all that. But yeah, it does get a little rowdy. I go to UNC. What do I think? Do we go short, take London lows? I'm not trading any of this crap here, man. Book map's lit up to the upside here. We're leaving behind London low. We do have some liquidity between here and London low. price is looking like it's rejecting again to go lower potentially, but there's no clear direction here. This is not, I don't know how to emphasize this enough. This is not something you want to get involved in. You're guessing. Anybody trading this is guessing. Flip a coin. Go to the casino. Seriously, this is not something you want to be involved with. I'm not telling you this because I don't want you to make profits. I'm telling you this because I want you not to blow accounts and have a bad end to your week. Is it possible that my book map is delayed? Yeah, if you don't have live data, it is. Alex, you got to pay for the live data. All right, Benjamin. Appreciate you being here, man. Have a good weekend. How do you pay taxes trading? You hire a CPA. I appreciate that, Xander. Appreciate that a lot, man. What's the indicator you use for session lows and highs? ICT, kill zone, and pivots. This one. We did just lose 1 trillion yesterday. Yeah, I think everybody's a little shell-shocked from that, Randall. I think the market is shell-shocked. I was talking on the phone actually with my mom. I was like, dude, what is going on right now? We're just dumping. All right, Mark, have a good one, man. Yeah, I'm giving this 8 more minutes and then I'm off as well. Is it possible? Yeah, Alex, if you don't have live data, if you're not paying for live data, then it is delayed. And you have to make sure it's activated too. Under connections where it says bookmap data, make sure that's selected and make sure that everything is running the way that it should. It should tell you in the top left corner if it's delayed though. How do you take your entries? My entries are heavily dictated by the bookmap. So I can see a setup. I like to identify setups based on ICT principles. So like a sweep here, V-shape recovery, clear draw and liquidity higher. And then if the book map is aligning with that, then that's where I would take an entry on an inversion of a gap or a retesting of a gap, just as a solid entry point where I can dictate where I'm putting my stops and stuff. So why has everyone told me there's gaps between sessions and yours doesn't have gaps? There are sometimes. Yeah, I mean, we just changed time frames. So the way that the gaps work right now, and I also, some people cut their sessions earlier. Like some people don't have the New York PM session going all the way to 5 o'clock. I do. I have it going right here to 5 o'clock or just before it. So I do that. Other people, they don't have their AM session starting at exactly 8 o'clock. I do. They start theirs at 8:30. I start mine at 8 o'clock. These sessions right here, London session starts, I think, officially at 3 a.m., but Asia session bumps up right next to it. So I have these right here. There's a small little gap in there. These time frames are tried and true. I'm telling you, this is where you want to go. ICT doesn't work, by the way. I'll tell you the same thing I tell anybody that says that. Let's compare our P&Ls and our payouts. Appreciate that, Red. Or RX. Appreciate that, man. Pop over to NQ on the book map. Or just on the chart, Tyler. Yo, bro, are you aware of that? Am I aware of what? There's someone on TikTok that's impersonating you. Yeah, I'm aware. TikTok won't remove them, man. Just report them if you can. Appreciate that, Sebastian. All right, GT, have a good weekend, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Average ICT trader cope. I'll give you a cope. I'll give you a cope. Unprofitable trader cope by you saying ICT doesn't work. You're just somebody who doesn't have the discipline or maybe even the mental fortitude to stick with it. Man, that's a pretty amazing profit factor and win percentage for a strategy that doesn't work. It's wild. Now your turn. Let's see yours. Hey, boy, stick in here. His name is Boy. I'm not calling him Boy for you guys in the YouTube. Boy, stick in here for a little while, and I think you'll enjoy the atmosphere. I think you'll enjoy the company of the people, and I think you'll learn something. I don't strictly rely on ICT principles. I rely heavily on the order flow from the book map in conjunction with ICT principles is highly effective. What is my win rate? I don't focus on the win rate. Profit factor, I think, is a more important metric, but win rate is currently 81.69%. And that's over, what's 339 plus 5 plus 76? That's over that many trades. So it's not like it's over like a 20 trade time frame. It's over what? Close to 400 trades or over 400 trades? Order flow is using the book map, so it's level 2 data. Yeah. Yeah, appreciate that. Suminich. Appreciate you being here, man. You might be waiting another week. Thanksgiving coming up, and I've never traded a holiday week. Yeah, I was thinking about Robbie taking a look on Monday and Tuesday, but after that, I'm off. I'm definitely not. Definitely not trading Wednesday or Thursday or Wednesday or Friday. All right, have a good one, man. Have a safe weekend. You ever on the 32nd? I do. Yeah, yesterday I actually was bouncing on the 32nd. Took an entry off of a 32nd. Yeah. I just told you it was over 400 trades, bro. It's not 2 trades. Imagine being so profitable and confident in your strategy that you come into other people's live streams and have to tell them that their strategy doesn't work. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a peek at this for the whole chat to see. Man, 13 followers. Seems like a lot of people care what your strategy is. Yeah, he is. Definitely is. All right, I'm done being mean. That was mean. I apologize. I'd rather you stick around. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I think if you stuck around, you'd actually learn something and enjoy the stream. Inner circle trading is what it stands for. It's just a school of thought when it comes to trading concepts. Paper trading chart as his profile picture. When do you hop back on? I don't, Matthew. I'm sorry, man. I don't trade the PM session on. I usually don't trade it at all unless there's just a good setup. Recently, there have been. I'll tell you what I'm doing though. I am recording so that if I do take a trade in the PM session, I will post it. I haven't been doing that as I would like to, but I am doing that. I'm going to do that every day now. So if I do take a trade, I'll have something to post to you guys, so you'll see exactly what I took. But I am going to hop off of here. It's 11. I'm not going to sit through this. These wicks are terrible, man. This is terrible price action. Not something that I recommend anybody trading. In the PM, I think if you're going to trade the PM session, I think from about 1:30 until maybe 3 or 3:30 at the latest. I think that's a decent kill zone to have. Yeah, it was nice meeting you too, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing if you did. I didn't see if you did or not, but I appreciate you if you did. Take it easy, Robbie. God bless you, man. Appreciate you. Stay safe this weekend. You guys be good. Have a blessed weekend. Enjoy some time away from the charts. Do something fun or just relax, whatever you want to do, but be safe, whatever you do. We'll be back here. I'm going to be back here Monday, and I'll be live, but I don't have a whole lot of high hopes for next week with it being Thanksgiving week. I'm not gonna do anything crazy or stupid. It'd probably look a lot like today. So we'll see you then. Appreciate you guys.